"24 hours a day, on PC, on mobile, and in stunning HD. This is Sky Sports News, your home of sports news."
I want to thank you all for coming to this press conference. As you can see, I'm really delighted with how the season ended last year, and I'm looking forward to digressing into this season. You know, we are progressing as a team. As you can see, over the last couple of years, we have done tremendous things for the city of Coventry. What can I say? Getting promoted from League One, then getting promoted from the Championship, and then surviving in the Premier League. I'm not going to lie, I might get in trouble for saying this, but our board didn't expect us to survive. They wanted us to fight, you know, not promotion, but really for relegation. And to finish fourth amongst all these teams is such an achievement, not just for me, but mainly for the players. We built a winning mentality here at Coventry, and I pray that we can continue to go forth. Yeah, as for current transfer rumours, I just want to say there is one player we're looking in particular at, and he is definitely someone who can really, you know, take us to that next level in the Champions League. Our young squad that we have, I have no denying that we're going to do fantastic. Everyone knows what a breakout season it was for Frank Musa, Adam Barton, even Marco Lopez, who we bought in from Man City. All these players that have come to us have just outshone everybody, and I'm looking forward to the new additions we have. You know, we have Alex Nimley, who's just joined our squad. Alex has had a loan spell here before in the past, and he showed very good signs. And you know, to bring in a player with that pace and that precision finishing is just fantastic. And bringing in Antonio as well from Sheffield Wednesday just gives us another threat down the wing. So as you can see, we're going to have Antonio on one wing and Ryan Gold on the other. And yeah, Gold is just how could I say, he's our diamond in the rough. A lot of people criticise me for selling Wilson and then bringing him in next season. But as you can see, Gold has just been, wow, what a story. The guy is just an absolute tank. I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to brown nose him anymore because I'm his manager, but he is just a phenomenal player. And yeah, we've brought in a few players, and we're hopefully going to sign one or two more going forth into the Champions League. I'm not so sure where we're going to finish this season. You know, to be quite frank, we finished fourth, so the only way is up for us. But as you can see, on my heart really is to win the FA Cup. Everyone knows this. Ever since I was a young boy, I've wanted to win the FA Cup for Coventry, and now I have the opportunity to manage Coventry, and we were almost there. We were knocked out by Man United. So this season we're going to concentrate a lot, especially with the Champions League that we're doing. We've got a lot to manage, and I think with the squad depth that we're building here at Coventry, I think that we'll do okay. Champions League. I know we have a game against Benfica, you know, to qualify. That's going to be a big game for us, and also some more money in our pockets. I know we're not exactly the most richest team in the Premier League, but having extra money will be such a blessing to this club. So the guys are looking forward to that. We're looking forward to the pre-season, but yeah, the biggest game is against Benfica. So coming away and home for us is fantastic. I'm really looking forward to seeing what our guys can do.
Enjoy Sky Sports Live on all screens, on the go, and catch up on demand.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, that's right, it's Lee here from Bleeped Up Productions, and today I'm bringing you episode 14 of my Coventry career mode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that Sky Sports interview. I had a lot of fun making it. And yeah, this is an episode I've been wanting to do for a while, you know. As the title suggests, that we've had our interview, but we do have a Champions League qualifier this episode, so I'm super looking forward to see how we get on there. Guys, if this is the first time you've jumped onto my series, why don't you click the thumbnail on the screen right now to go see it from episode 1 so you can see the progression of my team. If you've returned and you've been watching my series from week 1 basically, thank you so much for returning, and if you've really enjoyed this series, guys, please leave a like. A like is much appreciated. It shows that you support the series, because, you know, that's what I do it for, really. I do it for myself, but a like, obviously, it basically tells me that you guys are enjoying it as well. But anyway, getting into this episode, yes, we have some transfer talks. It's exciting. Transfer talks with Negredo. That's right. As you can see on the screen, Negredo is currently at Valencia. He's 30 years old. 3-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. And yeah, he is 30. His stats aren't amazing, but like I said in the interview, we're going into the Champions League. We need a pretty decent player. And as you can see, they haven't yet signed into a long-term deal, so why don't we try and sneak in with a cheeky bid? So I sneak in a bid of £6.2 million to try and bring an elite striker to the city of Coventry. And so unfortunately they came back and they want $8 million for him, which I think is a bit too much for a 30-year-old, I believe. So I come back at them with 7.5, which I think's a little bit acceptable. And you know what happens? We need to get money from the board. So obviously you can see the league, we need to qualify for the Champions Cup, reach the knockout stages of the other things, and I asked the board for £4 million, and they decided to give me 2.5 million, basically, in 97 whatever, but I'm going to accept it because that is still very good. So as you can see, Negredo accepts the terms, so we go into contract terms, 3 years, crucial first team player at 100k a week, and as you can see, bada bing, bada boom, he is now a Coventry City player. That is the biggest signing we've ever done, and as you can see, Negredo is a Coventry City player. But moving on, we are going into the pre-season, guys, and as you can see, our first pre-season game is against AC Milan, and as you can see on the screen, they are not playing their full squad, which, you know, it's pre-season, it's, you know, understandable, but we decide to draw 2-2 with them, so that's pretty good for us. I'm not going to lie, and as you can see, John Fleck and Frank Musa scoring the goals. And then we had our second game, which was against Stuttgart, team from the German league, and as you can see, as the game is warming up, we actually win this game 2-0, and look at that, Ryan Gold gets both goals. What can I say? Our golden boy is just playing like an absolute boss. Moving on to our final game, we are against Deportivo, and you know, we've drawn one, we've lost one, we've won one, sorry. So hopefully we can win or get a draw with Deportivo. And as you can see, it was 1-1, and Negredo missed a penalty, which is quite unfortunate. But as you can see, guys, we are getting straight into the Barclays Premier League. That's right, this is our season opener. We are against Stoke City. And you know what, I decided to motivate the guys because we had a fantastic preseason, and this is game 1 of the episode and our season opener in the Barclays Premier League. Our second season, but technically my 4th season in charge of Coventry City. And as you can see, Frank Musa, all the cameras are on him because he won the Golden Boot last season for us. And as you can see, we are currently at home, which is fantastic. And Stoke are a decent squad, so hopefully we can cause the upset here. And all the cameras are also poised on Negredo, our latest signing. Some people aren't 100% sure why I signed a 30-year-old, but hopefully he can bring some experience to our young squad when we go to the Champions League and further on into the season. As you can see, this is our starting lineup, and it is just Negredo and Musa up front, and obviously Antonio is going to replace Kedar on the right wing. as you can see. So we're going to get straight into the action here, and John Fleck does a fantastic ball to Musa. He kicks it out to Antonio, and Antonio's going to use his pace, has a fantastic shot, but what a save by Butland there. Really good save, and as you can see, Antonio is going to cause teams a lot of problems this season because of his pace and strength. And Butland there with a fantastic save. We'll pick up the action here, and Musa does a delightful ball to John Fleck. It comes to him again. He headers it. It's going in, but it's hoofed off the bar, no pun intended, by Huth. And eventually Stoke clear. And then Stoke actually get a quick counter from this, but as you can see, their effort goes nowhere in goal. But as you can see, Antonio causing all problems again. Gets the ball, then Musa, and then Antonio is released on goal. Can he finish? Another amazing save by Butland. He was denied. He was going to the inner post, but Stoke eventually clear the ball. And here we go. We'll pick up the action here, and actually Stoke get a fantastic opportunity here. Wilson, but our defense again is top notch, but we somehow get it cleared, and Stoke just couldn't get anything going really. But here we go, we have goal to Fleck, and that is 1-0. Yes, what a finish that is by John Fleck. As you can see on the replay, my goodness, what a strike. We'll pick up the action again here, and Musa does a great through ball to Antonio again. Is third time's a charm? No, Butland denies him again. Antonio is having every opportunity in his debut for Coventry, and you can see why I'm glad I put him in the squad. His strength and his pace are causing a lot of problems for Stoke. And we'll pick up the action here, and John Fleck tackles and gets possession. He passes it to Adams, and then Gold does a phenomenal through ball to John Fleck, and it looks like Musa's in the middle, but it isn't. It's actually Antonio. He finally gets his goal after causing so much problems for Stoke. He finally gets one in the back of the net on the 37th minute, and what a fantastic build-up play by Coventry, and Antonio applying the finish. But we'll pick up the action for the last attack of the half, and Negredo does a phenomenal ball to Musa, and Butland again with a phenomenal save. Unbelievable. Butland is having such a fantastic game, and we go into half-time with a 2-0 lead, which I'm really, really happy about. And here we'll pick up the action on the 59th minute. We have a corner, and Stoke get it clear, but Toure has an effort which goes through everybody, but it goes wide. And the second half, guys, was literally not a lot of chances. I can tell you now, it was very, very dull, a very midfield battle. And here, as you can see, we have Stoke, and they're on the counter, and our defense doesn't do its job properly, and Stoke get an equalizer. Well, not an equalizer, sorry, a goal on the 65th minute to make it 2-1, and they are really coming at us. I kid you not, guys. In the second half, they were giving us all kinds of problems. Our defense turned off for a second, and we concede a goal. But here we go. We'll pick up a highlight here on the 83rd minute, and it's Gold whipping a phenomenal ball in, and Stoke actually get the ball clear. But we'll keep the action running, and Christie here takes the ball and does a ball to Lopez. Lopez to Fleck, and that's a great through ball to Antonio. And Antonio puts it the wrong side of the post, unfortunately. But we hold on for the win, a 2-1 win against Stoke, which I'm looking forward to, guys, because we move on in to our Champions League game. And I have to motivate the guys because we're against Benfica, and this is a qualifier game. We play 2 legs to see if we get into the Champions League. And as I said in the interview, we are against Benfica. Benfica are a very good squad, guys. I'm not gonna lie, they do scare me. They are a really good squad in the Portuguese league as well. They have a couple of really good players. One of them in particularly, Rodrigo up front. He becomes quite a tank if you use him in career mode. But anyway, getting into this game, we shake hands and we get straight into our first highlight here. And Benfica decide to rush to take a throw in here just around the 5th minute mark. And you know what? Frank Musa is sniffing a goal, and Frank Musa dispossesses and puts it in the back of the net on the 7th minute. Frank is just picking up exactly where he left off last season, guys, banging in goals for us. The young Belgium is fantastic, and as you can see, that is our first goal in the Champions League, pretty much all but on the penalty spot, and he wasn't going to miss from there. But as we go into this highlight here, guys, Perez is storming down the wing, does a fantastic ball to Rodrigo, and Rodrigo is coming in, and Toure balls him over, and it is going to be a penalty. And actually, Rodrigo gets injured on the play. Toure does not get a card, but as you can see, he just basically shoulder barges him off the ball. But can Ondua, our keeper, save it? Yes, he can. What a save on the 30th minute. He keeps it 1-0 to us, and he gathers in the cross afterwards. What a save by our young goalkeeper. And we'll pick up the action here, and as you can see, we're putting on more and more pressure, and Antonio picks up the ball here, and he's just going to keep driving. Look at the strength he has and the pace, and he passes it to Musa, and the Benfica goalie denies Frank for his second goal of the game. And we'll pick up the action here again, and a corner goes all the way through, but it doesn't go out all the way because Ryan Gold does some little trickery outside of the box, and somehow Benfica do not clear properly, and Negredo has a golden opportunity, and he puts it wide, unfortunately. And just before the stroke of half-time, we pick up the action again, and Ryan Gold, doing some fantastic ball movement, passes it to Antonio. He hits it to Negredo, and what a save by the Benfica keeper again. As you can see, Ryan Gold causing Benfica a fair few problems in the last moments of the first half, but Negredo denied by the Benfica keeper. And here we go, from the following corner, John Fleck actually gets a shot off here, and the Benfica keeper again saves it somehow. But on the following corner, Antonio rises on the 45th minute to get his second goal in 2 games, and what a big game this was for us. And we go in with a 2-0 lead, guys. What a fantastic result this will turn out to be if we can hold on to this in the first leg. So, moving on, we have this highlight here on the 50th minute, and as you can see, Benfica are just tearing our defense apart, and this cross goes through everybody, and our keeper almost gets it, but they get a goal on the 52nd minute, guys. And it is gonna be a bit tight from now on, because Benfica threw everything at us except the kitchen sink. As you can see with this highlight, the low cross drilled across the ball, and our keeper almost got it. But we'll pick up the action here, and EB came on at half-time to rest Frank Musa, and the Benfica couldn't get the ball out properly, and Gold gives it to Negredo, who then passes it to Barton, who has an effort, and I thought that went wide, but as you can see on the replay coming up, guys, here's the through ball, here's the shot, look at the keeper, he gets a hand to it. Another fantastic save by this keeper for Benfica. Well, that accidentally rhymed, but here we go. Negredo's through on goal, and he puts it wide. The guy just can't seem to find the back of the net, and that goal could be crucial in the second leg, but he didn't miss by much, and we go away. Well, we win at home, actually, 2-1 against Benfica, but into the second leg with a 2-1 on aggregate. But our next game is against Cardiff, and you know what, I decided to praise the guys because we are playing some fantastic football at the moment, and this is game 2 of the Barclays Premier League, and we started the Barclays Premier League off strong, and we've played pretty darn solid in the Champions League, so hopefully we can continue our fantastic form. As you can see, we're going to get straight into the highlights right now. And pretty much straight from the kickoff, Antonio here doing some fantastic running, and I decided to play Streifler up front, and he does a great through ball to Negredo, and he hits it straight at the keeper on the 2nd minute. But we'll pick up the action here on 22 minutes, and Cardiff have an opportunity, but this unfortunately almost becomes an error due to Toure's bad header back to the keeper, but luckily we clear, and we'll pick up the action again. And as you can see, Christie decides to join the attack here. He cuts in and does a fantastic ball to Negredo, and what a save by the Cardiff keeper. But we'll pick up the action here, and Streifler is storming forward with Antonio here, and Antonio cuts inside and does a great over-the-top ball, and luckily the defender intercepted it, but it almost turned into an owned goal. But we'll pick up the action again on the 42nd minute, and as you can see, some great football here, and Alex Nimley.
Bullseye.
puts it in the back of the net on the 44th minute. I'm so glad that our signings are doing really well, except Negredo, who hasn't found the back of the net, but everyone else seems to be gelling really well, and what a tidy finish by Nimley there. And we go into half-time with a 1-0 lead, and we were pretty much dominant in the first half. It was a big midfield battle, but we can digress into this highlight, which goes to Negredo again, who has a shot. It is parried away, and Nimley has an effort, but the keeper saves it again, which was a phenomenal save. And that could have literally put the nail in the coffin for Cardiff. But as you can see, Musa has found Antonio. He has a shot. It is parried, and Eby is there for his first goal of the campaign since joining the club from Liverpool on the 73rd minute. And as you can see, Antonio's powerful shot, but unfortunately Eby has an open net and he doesn't miss many of those. So here we go, we'll pick up the action again, and Eby, doing a fantastic little bit of skill, gets a bit of an advantage play. He crosses it, and Frank Musa is there again, guys. As you can see, Frank is just playing so well. He came on actually to replace Negredo, who was getting tired, and he comes on and makes an instant impact, which is fantastic, I kid you not. And we'll pick up the highlights here. It's coming towards the end of the game, and Cardiff are actually on a bit of a counter, but John Fleck does a fantastic through ball to Musa, and Musa is on goal with the goalie, but he decides to put through Eby. So on the 90th minute, Eby gets his second of the game, and that is pretty much the nail in the coffin for Cardiff. It is a bit sweaty, but we will take a 4-0 win against Cardiff any day. And we're going to move straight into our final game of the episode, guys, and that is our second leg against Benfica in our Champions League qualifier. And I decided to praise the guys some more because we had a 2-1 aggregate score in our favour, but we needed to turn up to play in this game. So as you can see, guys, we travelled all the way to Portugal to play this second leg, and I'm not going to ruin it for you guys, but we came out swinging in this game because we know we need more money in this team, and getting into the Champions League, you get some serious money. So that is something we definitely need. So as the teams are shaking our hands, and unfortunately Rodrigo didn't play in this game because he was still injured from the first leg, we get into our first highlight, and as you can see, it's on the 8th minute. Benfica on the attack, but Clark does a fantastic interception and a great through ball to Barton, and Barton does a fantastic ball, and Eby, what a header that is. On the 10th minute, he scores. That's his third goal in 2 games. All our strikers seem to be just finding the back of the net at the beginning of the season, which is fantastic. But what a header off the bottom of the post. The Benfica keeper, no chance of saving it. That's the best highlight there. But we'll pick up the action here, and Benfica have a corner, and it swings in, and we don't clear it properly, and they get a shot off. Our keeper saves it, and then he saves the rebound, and he covers up the ball for the following thing. But as you can see, that's pretty much what happens in the first half. There wasn't a lot going on, and we go into halftime with a 1-0 lead. This game was quite quiet in the first half, but we'll pick up the action here, and Benfica are actually on the counter-attack here, and we can't seem to get the ball off them, and Markovic is through, but he can't get a shot off in time, and we decided to bring on some players due to players being a little bit tired. And as you can see, Barton makes a first impression and does a great through ball. Nimley puts it in the back of the net on the 75th minute. What a strike that is. Unbelievable. Look at that. Finds the back of the net. What a fantastic finish by Nimley. And as you can see, straight from the kickoff, Benfica decide to run at us, but somehow we get the ball, and Barton is just going to keep hounding them, and he gets it. And Barton does one of his trademark runs down the wing, and he looks up, he does a cross, and Negredo finally gets his goal. That's right, on the 78th minute, he makes this game unbeatable for Benfica, and what a header that was into the goal. And we finished the game 3-0, but on aggregate we finished the game 5-1, guys. What an absolute showing in our first game in the Champions League. And as you can see, it's the end of the episode, guys. So if you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to leave a like or even a comment. A comment is always appreciated because I enjoy hearing back from you guys. If you want to see last week's episode, you can hit the episode last thumbnail there. You can also hit next week's episode if it is already up by now if you're watching it. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter. If you've enjoyed this episode, also hit that subscribe button. If you want to check out any of my other stuff that I do on the channel, you can click the view channel thumbnail right there. And until next Saturday, guys, take care and have a good one, because the Sky Blues are definitely flying.